we think we're depressed. It's an American epidemic. Every 5 years or so, precipitated by a conflict, like a mantra, voices. You're such a loser. God, just give it up. Oh my God, you'll never get there. Please check your seatbelts. We're about to land in Bombay. The Jobes woke up groggy from their 26-hour flight from New York. Sylvia and Rusty looked at each other with a look that said, here we go. Their home had been packed up and was going to be sent to them eventually, but would end up in the Bay of Bengal, falling off the ship and be destroyed. Everything that they owned and their 3 daughters was on that plane. What's up there? So dark, like no other airport. Tiny pinpricks of dim kerosene light, each one a home nestled in the darkness. The street light holding a circle of safety for the family that lived below it. Rule number 1. When traveling on the narrow highway between Bombay and Pune, go down the center line. That way you miss the bicycles, the cows, you miss the rickshaws, you miss the motorcycles, you miss the hand carts, you miss the bullock carts, you miss the women, you miss the small children, and anything that died in the night. Rule number 2. When there is approaching traffic, do not yield until the last minute, if at all. The most important person in the car sits in the back seat, watching everything, making sure that everybody is safe. We think we're depressed. It's an epidemic. You're such a loser. Ugh, why don't you give up? You've never been able to do that. You're too old. It will not happen now. What are you thinking? Just give up. Give up. What are you doing up there? Get down. We're depressed. Give up. Give up. Okay, all right, I'm following. I'm giving it up to you. What do you want? in their home in Pimpri, which is near Pune, about 200 miles south of Bombay. Well, Bombay is over here, Pimpri's over here, and every 2 weeks they went to Bombay, and it was a trip along a treacherous highway down a very steep mountain to the city. It was the only road between Bombay and Pune for all of the goods between the two cities, and there were hairpin turns that were very unpredictable, and nobody could see what was coming, and nobody knew if we would ever make it, but this time we did. So, we tool along in the flat, happy with ourselves, and suddenly, a ghost jumped in front of our car, and crunch! The goat was dead, and crunch! That goat had horns, and crunch! Those horns went through the radiator, and crunch! All the water was on the ground, and crunch! It was really hot, and crunch. There was no one around. Field farming, irrigation. A well, water. Eggs for a friend in Bombay. Eggs for the radiator. Eggs in the radiator, water in the radiator, and off we go. I think I'm depressed. It's an international epidemic. I follow the urge to go to the floor, and I listen carefully. I accept the death of something in me that strives to be somebody. I'm still in the back seat, trying to control those things that I can't. I yearn for peace and tranquility, as if it's a drug that takes the edge off of the unknown. I resist the games of chicken that something deep inside of me is asking me to play. We think we're depressed, but we're listening to ourselves and finding our home.